Which of the following is true for displacement? A. It cannot be 0. B. Its magnitude is greater than the distance travelled by the object. There are two statements. We need to find which one is true. Displacement cannot be 0. It is a false statement because displacement can be 0. If the initial position and final position are the same, then displacement is 0. Statement A is false because displacement can be 0. If the initial point and final point are the same, then displacement will be 0. We can consider an example. There is a football. This football is moving from here. It is starting from here. The movement is starting from here. And it is reaching to the same position. Here the displacement is 0 because initial position and final position are the same. Its magnitude is greater than the distance travelled by the object. What is displacement? Displacement is the straight line distance between initial position and final position. It is the shortest distance between initial position and final position. The magnitude of displacement is greater than the distance travelled by the object. It is a false statement. It is not possible. Statement B is not correct because displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final point. It cannot be more than distance. But sometimes displacement will be equal to distance. For example, if an object is moving in a straight line, we are going to consider an example. It is the initial position and it is moving in a straight line. It is a final position. What is the distance traveled by the object from here to here, right? What is the displacement? The same. It is a straight line distance, so it will be displacement. In some cases, displacement will be equal to distance, but displacement is not going to be more than distance. An object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? Here we need to find average speed. There is an equation for average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. Average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. What is total distance here? 16 meter and another 16 meter. So 16 plus 16 divided by what is total time? 4 seconds and another 2 seconds. 4 plus 2. 32 by 6. The answer is average speed is equal to 5.33 meter per second. Distinguish between speed and velocity. Speed. Speed is the rate of change of distance and velocity is the rate of change of displacement. Speed is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means it is having only magnitude. Velocity is a vector quantity. Vector quantity means the quantity which is having direction and magnitude. Speed cannot be negative. It is a scalar quantity, so it is not going to have the negative value. But vector can be negative. Velocity can be negative because it is a vector quantity. Under what condition is the magnitude of average velocity of an object equal to its average speed? The question is when the velocity will be equal to speed. Velocity is displacement upon time. Speed is distance upon time. Displacement by time and distance by time. When these are going to be equal. If an object is traveling in a straight line, we are considering an object here. It is the initial position and it is reaching here. It is a final position. In this case, distance and displacement are same. If distance traveled by an object is equal to its displacement, then the magnitude of average velocity of an object will be equal to its average speed. What does the odometer of an automobile measure? Odometer is the device which is used to measure distance traveled by the automobile. Odometer will measure the distance traveled by the automobile. It is the odometer. This one is odometer. This one is speedometer, which will measure the speed, and this device is odometer, which will measure the distance traveled by that car or automobile. During an experiment, a signal from spaceship reached the ground station in 5 minutes. What was the distance of the spaceship from the ground station? The signal travels at a speed of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to meter per second. Here, they given the time and velocity. We need to find the distance. Very simple problem. time is equal to 5 minutes. We need to convert this time into second. How we can convert? 1 minute is 60 seconds. Then 5 minutes will be 5 into 60 seconds equal to 300 seconds. The velocity of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. It is meter second inverse. Meter second inverse and meter per second both are same. What is the equation for distance? Distance equal to speed into time. What is speed here? 3 into 10 raised to 8 and time is 300. So we can write distance equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 into 300. 300 into 3, 900. Then answer is distance equal to 900 into 10 raised to 8 meter. The odometer of a car reads 2000 km at the start of a trip and 2400 km at the end of the trip. If the trip took 8 hours, calculate the average speed of the car in km per hour and meter per second. First we need to find the distance travelled by the car. For that we need to check the odometer. Odometer was 2000 km. The reading of odometer was 2000 km. After the trip it became 2400 km. Initial reading 2000 km. Reading after the trip 2400 km. Then what is the distance travelled by the car? 2400 minus 2000, it is 400 km. And time is 8 hours. Speed equal to total distance upon total time. Total distance is 400 upon total time is 8, it is 50 km. 400 by 8 is 50 km per hour. Average speed equal to 50 km per hour. We need to find the speed in kilometer per hour as well as meter per second. For that we need to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. There is a shortcut for that. You need to multiply this kilometer per hour by 5 by 18. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we need to multiply it with 5 by 18. Then average speed is equal to 50 into 5 by 18. It's a constant value. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, the constant value is 5 by 18. If it is meter per second to kilometer per hour, it will be 18 by 5. It is a shortcut. We can multiply it. The answer will be 13.9 meter per second. The average speed in kilometer per hour is 50 kilometer per hour. Average speed in meter per second, it is 13.9 meter per second. Subscribe our channel for getting instant notification of sample paper solution and support us for providing free online classes to everyone. www.winpointonlineclasses.com